Hello, this review is about the Israeli 120mm mortar system, Spear. It is an advanced development of the Cardom mortar system, which is used not only in Israel but also in the US and other countries on armored personnel carriers. Today, I'll explain why Israel needed to develop a new mortar system, what the Spear system is capable of, and what improvements have been made to it. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click like. It helps us create better content. Let's burn. The Spear mortar system is a product of the Israeli company Cardom Systems, which is part of Elbit Systems. To fully understand this system, it's worth briefly touching on two other products from this company, although today we'll only discuss them partially to explain the reasons that led Cardom to develop the Spear system. Cardom Systems had previously developed the 120mm smoothbore mortar, Cardom K6, which gained wider recognition in the early 1990s when it was adopted by the US military under the designation M120. From that point on, other countries also began using it. Broadly speaking, this mortar could hit targets at a maximum range of about 7,000 to 7,200 meters, with a maximum firing rate of about 16 rounds per minute. It weighed approximately 145 kilograms. Both the Cardom K6 and its US counterpart, the M120, were successfully used by the Israel Defense Forces and the US Army. As technology advanced and demand grew for mortars that could be mounted on armored personnel carriers, Cardom Systems began developing a new mortar system in the early 2000s. This system needed to not only improve ground-based targeting accuracy but also be equipped with a new recoil system that would allow it to be mounted on APCs. One of the company's key goals was to make the entire system autonomous. This meant enabling the mortar to aim at targets directly and incorporate an automated aiming system, rather than relying solely on traditional sighting mechanisms. In 2003, Israel introduced the Cardom bi-caliber mortar system. It was called bi-caliber because it could use both a 120mm barrel and an 81mm barrel, depending on operational needs, though the 120mm version became the most commonly used. Cardom stands for Computerized Autonomous Recoil Rapid Deployed Outrange Mortar, and it essentially consisted of a mortar integrated with a specially developed recoil system, a fire control system, and an automatic aiming system that included an inertial navigation system. In simpler terms, the Cardom K6 mortar was mounted on a specially designed platform, which allowed the entire system to be installed on armored vehicles like the M113 or Stryker, transforming them into mobile mortar units. The system retained its firing rate of 16 rounds per minute and its range of about 7 kilometers. However, the entire system's weight increased to about 1,150 kilograms. An important point is the recoil force. It reached 36 tons when using standard ammunition. This meant that the system could only be used on heavy APCs or when mounted on the ground. It was impossible to use it on light armored vehicles like the Humvee, as they couldn't withstand the recoil force. However, there was a clear demand for lightweight, maneuverable self-propelled mortars based on lighter armored vehicles. This was the driving force behind the development of the Spear system. In the early 2010s, Cardom Systems began developing an entirely new recoil system for its next-generation mortar. In 2014, the company unveiled the Spear system for the first time. Cardom Systems created and patented a new recoil system, which significantly reduced the weight of the entire mortar system. They also developed a new 120mm smoothbore mortar, a modern fire control system, and an advanced automatic aiming system. The total weight of the system was approximately 200 kilograms. The new recoil system reduced the recoil force from 36 tons to just from 12 to 15 tons, making it possible to mount the Spear system on lighter armored vehicles such as the Humvee, JLTV, and Sandcat. Initially, it was deployed on Humvees, but later versions were adapted for the JLTV and Sandcat platforms. For those who missed it, there's already a review of the Sandcat on the channel, link in the description. The system is mounted at the rear of the vehicle, with ammunition storage boxes located nearby. The crew consists of 2 to 3 members. Originally, 3 operators were required, but with the integration of the fire control system into the vehicle's cabin, the entire system can now be operated from the cabin. 1 crew member is still required to load the ammunition manually, which affects the rate of fire, ranging between 12 and 16 rounds per minute. The system includes an inertial navigation system and GPS for precise targeting. The automatic aiming system allows the operator to see targets and the positions of friendly forces on the display. From the control panel, the operator can select a target, and the mortar automatically adjusts its direction and angle to aim at it. The system has an elevation range of +45 to +80 degrees. The base maximum range was initially 7 kilometers, with a circular error probable of around 30 meters. The system can be deployed and ready to fire in as little as 60 seconds and is compatible with all NATO standard 120mm ammunition. In 2017, an improved version, the Spear Mark II, was introduced. This upgrade enhanced the mortar itself, the fire control system, and the automatic aiming system. As a result, the maximum firing range increased to 8 kilometers, further enhancing the system's effectiveness. In 2021, another version of the Spear system was introduced, the Spear LR, long range. This version featured an extended mortar barrel and further enhancements to the fire control and targeting systems. As a result, it now has a maximum range of up to 10 kilometers, significantly increasing its operational capabilities. Since its introduction, the Spear mortar system has been supplied to various countries, including the Israel Defense Forces, the United States, Montenegro, Romania, Zambia, Thailand, Azerbaijan, Denmark, and India. Some nations have opted to integrate the system with their own light armored vehicles and APCs as the chassis for the Spear system. The Israel Defense Forces has deployed the Spear system in every military operation it has participated in since the system's introduction, which has only further increased demand for it. It's difficult to specify the cost of a single Spear system, as Elbit Systems typically signs comprehensive contracts that include not only the systems themselves but also ammunition and other related components. Additionally, the number of systems ordered is never disclosed. That was an overview of the Spear mortar system. Hope this video was both interesting and informative for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click like. That's all for now. Wishing you peaceful skies. Bye.